What's going on, everyone? Before we start the show, Niantic dropped two big pieces of news on us since we recorded this episode on Sunday night on Community Day. Monday, we learned that Quests, which they're calling a research system, is coming to the game, confirmed for Friday, March 30th. This is going to be insane. It's centered around the mythical Pokemon Mew. Mew is coming to the game. I cannot be more excited. This is going to be awesome. And then today, Tuesday, they announced that Mareep will be the next Pokemon for Community Day number 4, which is going to be happening on Sunday, April 15th. So a lot of news going on. Make sure you check out next week's episode for full coverage of all of that stuff. We'll have some time behind the wheel with the quest system, so we'll definitely report on that. So, enjoy. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 24 of Lured Up. My name is Ken Pescator, joined by my two co-hosts in person today.
Woo! Yeah, buddy.
Melissa Pescator and Adam Tuttle. What's going on, everyone?
Hi.
Hey, we're here.
We're in the same room.
Yes, we are.
This is awesome. Today is Sunday, March 25th, Community Day. I cannot wait to break down everything that happened today. This is a good day. This is a good day.
Oh my God, so much fun.
This was good.
It was fun.
It was good.
Stressful.
Stressful for you.
Very stressful.
The fact that you were stressed made me stressed, and it was. We'll get into it, but there was a lot of. It was a roller coaster of emotions today, so we'll cover it all. I do want to plug our Patreon real quick. Do some housekeeping. Check out patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. We've just launched it. We're just getting started with it all. We would appreciate it if you were to take a look at it. We really appreciate your support, and I want to give a big shout out to Chris Pidgeotto. He's our second patron. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Be like Jay. Be like Chris. Check out our Patreon. We'd appreciate your time. On today's episode, we're going to cover Community Day from top to bottom. We'll talk about our experiences of the day. We're also going to discuss the shiny baby hatches that have been added to the game. This brought a lot of excitement over the past couple days on the internet, but in practice out there on the field, it's a different story completely. We're going to talk about the next wave of VX raid passes that have gone out. Seems that things are kind of settling down in the EX world, so that's a good thing. And finally, we're going to talk about a story that comes to us via GoHub about a very interesting and emotionally charged community-based thing that is going on right now that it's just amazing what this what this community can do is really cool. So, all right. Today's March 25th, Community Day. I had off of work. I'm very excited about that. My first real Community Day, not having to work and kind of play, kind of out of my back pocket. I'm going to start off here and say this was probably one of the most engaging days of Pokemon Go I've had in a really, really long time. And it was a lot of fun and a lot of work. And I am freaking exhausted.
Yeah.
We started pretty early. Actually, no, we didn't. We started about 10:30 a.m. We're on the East Coast here. So our actual Community Day window was going to be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So we started about 10:30 a.m. We went to Red Bank. We had, we were going to be very casual in the beginning. Look, we'll say, hey, we'll see what's there. We're going to restock, see if we find some raids. And
we boarded the raid train, baby.
Yeah, man.
As soon as we got out there.
It was awesome. As soon as we got into Red Bank, I started posting in the Discord. Hey, huge shout out to Paul in our community. Paul Bott, if you're listening, man. Every community has a center, and Paul has become the center of our community and has really taken the Discord to the next level and organized everyone in the area. And it was very clear to see today when we were out there in Red Bank, it was nonstop posts in Discord, everyone just putting information, share, with the maps and trackers down and all that stuff. We'll talk about that. It's really based on community-sourced information, and
that's how it should be.
It's definitely how it should be, and we saw that in full practice today where there was probably 20, 30 people that were all active in the Discord, putting up information, posting raids. It was absolutely great. But yeah, as soon as we got into Red Bank, we started to see, legendary eggs start to pop up, posted them in the Discord, and before you knew it, we had
a group together.
I think we had like 15 people at the first one, and we did 5 in a row, right? I think we did 5 Lugia in a row, and we had between 15 and 17, 18 people for all of them. Again, we're spoiled here. Red Bank, New Jersey is exceptionally concentrated with stops and gyms. So all these raids that we did were all within a square mile of each other.
At one point, you saw 7 on the radar?
There were 7 raids on the radar. Not all legendaries, but I mean, I think there was 4 legendaries and 3 other random raids on the raid tracker in game. It was just popping off. It was awesome. We got some good Lugia time in, but no shinies for any of us.
No.
But I didn't even care. Well, actually, I cared a little bit, but I didn't really care because
I didn't care.
It was a lot of fun to just get out there and, I played with new people today. I mean, there's people that have come from out of town that have joined the Discord. People that may have been in smaller Facebook-based communities that have now moved over to Discord, and now you have all these communities building together into one large group. It's awesome. It's become very centralized. So I played with new people today. I mean, I played with people I've been playing with for a year, and then I saw new faces today that weren't like newbie players. These were established players, level 35 plus, that had raid prepped, spec'd out raid Pokemon, and were able to, join in the fray of playing with some advanced players, no problem. And I thought that was amazing. Like, what, Adam, how did this experience for you differ, in New Jersey? And I know you came to Philly Free Streets, and that was a little bit of a unique situation because it was just madness. This was a real grassroots thing with the players just coming out and getting out there and doing it. Like, how does this differ from what you're used to in New Hampshire?
So in New Hampshire, it's a lot of, everything is based on communication, because one raid in my town is really close and one's far away, and there's nothing that you can do besides, organize a group, and half the group will go to the first one, and then because that one's close by, and then half the group will want to go to the second one, but if not everybody goes, you have half a group, and
yeah, it's hard to keep the train going.
Yeah, no, it's awful, but the density with all the stops and the gyms here, it's like I never ran out of Pokeballs. I never ran out of revives. Like, I have more revives now than, like, I came in with. So
that's interesting that you mentioned that. We were talking about over the past couple of weeks how the revive drought has been insane. And Melissa, she couldn't even bring a strong party to a raid last week because she had no revives. And now, luckily, that's kind of started to turn around where just from restocking in Red Bank, we were able to pick up, a dozen or 2 revives.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, because in all the stops that I spun today, I did not get any revives. I got all my revives from gyms. That was the only way I was able to do it.
From spinning gyms or from raiding?
From raiding. Yeah.
Oh, from raiding.
From raiding.
Okay.
If I didn't do the raids, I would not have been able to revive any of my
guys. That even makes it a little bit more interesting too, because if you're bringing 6 Pokemon to a party, now normally if you have a small group, you're going to wipe your team of 6. You might even wipe your second team of 6. So you could be down anywhere between 6 and 12 Pokemon at the end of the raid. You may only get 5 or 6 revives, and then you're in that deficit situation where, you brought 12 Pokemon to the party and you can only, revive 8 of them.
I actually noticed a pattern with the revives and the gyms as I was doing it. Like, the first raid that we did, my whole team got knocked out, and the second raid we did, when I got the revives, I got exactly 6 revives. So I was able to revive my entire battle party from my first raid.
Battle party.
Exactly. And then on the third one, I got 12 revives.
Really?
Yes. So I was able to revive the team that just went out and the team from my first. So, and then when I went to the next one, I only lost half my battle party, so I only got 4 revives. So it was really, I felt like that there was like a little bit of a pattern in there, that they were giving me enough revives so that I can revive my party and continue to battle for the day.
That's super interesting. I wonder if there's a correlation. Like, could that have been coincidental, or could that have been that's an actual thing where
I'm going to test the theory because now I still have no revives because I use them all to revive them.
That speaks numbers to the fact that you want to have a big group, so that way here you're only losing 1 or 2 Pokemon versus your entire party.
Exactly.
Yeah, when we had the big group today, I think each raid we did, I only lost 3 Pokemon in each raid. So when it was time to revive, I mean, I'm spoiled because I've always hoarded revives from before the shortage. So, I mean, I'm sitting on just a stupid amount. I have like 200 of each or something ridiculous. So I never really have to stress out over that. But over the past couple days, I mean, Adam came from New Hampshire yesterday and we went out grinding last night and we spent probably about an hour and a half total of just doing restocking runs through Red Bank where, you're spinning anywhere between 60 and 75 stops every half an hour. So at that rate, I probably picked up maybe 10 or 15 revives every half an hour. So, I mean, I was getting some, but it wasn't a lot. But it's,
I'd say after the whole night, I had about 17.
Yeah, and it's not a lot. And, so if your team is wiping twice in a raid and you're trying to do 3 or 4 raids at once, you're going to be in that deficit position with revive. So it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I've even told people to start curbing their play style where if you see someone's about to get knocked out, just switch your Pokemon before they get knocked out because there's no shortage of potions. So at least you can switch over to another Pokemon, and when you're done with the raid, you at least have highly wounded Pokemon and not knocked out Pokemon. So then you could just use the potions to get them back, and you don't have to waste any revives. But the revive drought is still an issue. So let us know. Keep us posted on how this is going because when I put a poll up on Twitter a couple weeks ago, it seemed that this was very regional. People that lived in my area, people that were in the Northeast, were really struggling with revives, and then people that were even a little bit more west, Pennsylvania and going out further to the Midwest and West Coast didn't seem to have any issues with revives at all. I mean, Terry Wolf was saying that, he's using 40, 50 revives a day and never having an issue getting them or falling into a position where he doesn't have any.
What?
Yeah. So I believe he's in Pennsylvania. So sorry if you're not, Terry, but that's a very interesting thing. Like it has to be some kind of regional connection because people in the Northeast, everyone, at least in my circle, they're all hurting for revives. But
yeah, I mean, I hoard my max revives. I have 404 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And he's getting
dude.
Mad at me because I had like 13 upgrades or like.
Listen, I keep 4 of each of the special items. Just because there's 5 of them, so that equals 20, and I'm willing to give 20 spots to those special items, but no more than that.
We knock out 5 raids, and I went 5 for 5. It was stupid.
Really?
Yeah, and we had windy weather, so we actually had boosted Lugias today, which was fantastic. So we decided to eat. Shout out to Surf Taco in Red Bank. It's like my favorite spot. So we have some Surf Taco, right? And I'm seeing in Discord all the people starting to say, "All right, I'm here. I'm in Red Bank. I'm parking or whatever it may be." And as soon as we walked out of, actually, the first Bulbasaur spawned as we were kind of cleaning up, eating in the restaurant. And the second we walked out, it was on, and there was no shortage of Bulbasaur today. I don't even know how many I caught, but I know that today in total, I caught just under 500 Pokemon.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, because I
cleared my box out, and I have a full box right now. I started at, I had 1,025 Pokemon coming into today, and then I was transferring some throughout the day as I was going, and then literally as the event wrapped up, I couldn't catch Pokemon on the way home because I had 1,500 or 1,500 in my box.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I caught a stupid amount of Pokemon today, and as far as Bulbasaurs are concerned, I think about 190 to 200 Bulbasaur I caught today, and 11 shinies. Stupid! It's so stupid.
Ridiculous.
So
I'm angered with that.
5 minutes into the event, I caught my first shiny.
Yeah, I think it was.
No, it was quick. It was quick.
It was 20 minutes.
It was 20 minutes because you were filming.
Yeah.
So I caught my first shiny, and everyone was talking shit. Oh, come on! Of course you get the first one. Blah blah blah. A couple minutes later, I'm just shiny. Here we go. And it was like before I knew it, I had 5. You guys had none. And we went out, my son Josh came with us, so he was keeping a good spirit a little bit in the beginning, but he was like, hey man, what's going on here? I want a shiny. But Melissa, on the other hand, did not have such an easy go of dealing with the lack of shinies.
I raged.
Dude, I honestly thought you were going to smash your phone.
I threw a complete baby fit.
It was great.
Because we were playing for almost 2 hours straight, and I had one shiny, and I was furious because it was not going like Dratini Day at all.
Ken just was like, oh, shiny. Oh,
yeah, every time Ken and Adam said shiny, the rage and fire in my chest.
No, it was a solid hour and a half before you got your first, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
so, hundreds of Pokemon.
Okay, so for the first hour and a half, we had to hear Melissa bitch the whole time. And now look, my son
was the whole time.
No, it was the whole fucking time.
It wasn't.
You got a shiny.
So look, she sat in the back with Josh, so Adam's up front. So I'm not even, I can't look at her. I can't put my hand on her shoulder to, ease her pain. She was just spitting hot fire the whole time. I felt it on the back of my neck driving. It was just like I just felt it.
Like every time I touched a Bulbasaur and it wasn't shiny, I just wanted to smash my fucking phone. I just, at one point I squeezed my phone so hard I can hear the cracking.
She threatened to quit the game altogether, I think 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Adam actually saw me throw my phone in the backseat. It was not a proud moment in my life.
No, it was cold as hell today. It was, the sun was out at some point, but I think it was around between 40 and 45 degrees, which isn't, terrible.
It was terrible.
That wind chill.
But it was windy. I mean, we're in Red Bank, New Jersey. It's right on the water, so getting that cool breeze off the water. So I think we walked the first hour.
Yeah.
And then Melissa was literally frozen. Like she was.
So was Josh too. It wasn't just me.
So Melissa was totally frozen.
And my hands were a little bit cold. I was like, I could go for a ride.
Adam's supple, soft hands got cold. I was like, all right, guy, I guess we're gonna drive around. No, I actually love driving around Red Bank to play because you just can hit so many stops. So I didn't mind, and so we walked about the first hour, and then we drove for about an hour and a half, right, or so.
Yeah.
And then we parked and got out for the last half an hour, but it was awesome. The town was flooded with trainers. There was people playing everywhere. It was very cool seeing all the people tethered to battery packs and staring at their phone, walking in the traffic.
Yeah, hearing people yell, "Shiny!" from the distance.
I know. I had made some Perler shinies to give out to people, and we pulled over, did you get any shinies? They're like, yeah, I got one and I got one.
Yeah, Adam's giving out prizes. They're like, oh my god, this just made my day.
But and then the one guy's their reaction was awesome.
Yeah, I'm upset that I didn't get it on camera, but this one guy's like, oh, I wish I could take one, but I haven't got one yet. I was like, did you get a shiny Dratini? Here's a Dratini.
Yeah, you gave him a consolation prize. You sure did.
No, it was really cool. The vibes today were awesome, and we're talking about the community beef that's going on in our area. I didn't see any of that until the very end of the day, so I'll get to that.
Oh, really? Because I was going to say I saw all the polls. All the polls were in one location, so I was very, very concerned about that.
No, but it was overall. I gotta say, this was an amazing day. We started playing around 10:30. We wrapped up around 6 o'clock.
It was too much.
So
yeah, we ended the day with a Lugia raid.
Yep, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash in Red Bank, New Jersey. This is a famous place if you're a View Askew fan or a Kevin Smith movie fan. Mallrats and Dogma and all that stuff. Clerks. This is Kevin Smith's hometown. So his comic shop is in the center of Red Bank. So we ended the day doing another Lugia, which I caught. So I had 100% catch today on Lugia. No shinies. And no one caught any shinies. And we had huge groups today, and no one caught any shiny
Lugia.
Lugia.
There was 2 groups at the end, and then out of the 5 that we did at the beginning, no one.
It was 3 groups. We ended up breaking to 3 groups in the last raid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
the
one girl was running late, Megan, and
instead of 8 raids, not a single, that's insane.
Yeah, there was
For
probably
10 plus trainers, that doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, if you think of it like that, then you're 100 plus possible times for someone to catch a shiny, and there was just none. So I wonder if they changed the rate a little bit already, because it seemed like they were everywhere in the beginning. I'm in the position where, look, if I've got 24 hours in the day and I have 24 hours available of the day to play Pokemon Go, I'm going to use every last freaking minute, every last second. I don't care what the weather is. I don't care if I'm hurting, injured, frozen.
I don't care if it's a blizzard outside.
Right.
If I can take over a gym and nobody else wants to travel out there, I'm going.
Now, Melissa, on the other hand, she's like, yeah, well, all right. So we have a 9-year-old son. So if anyone has kids out there and they reach that point of no return, like when they're overtired and then they just start messing up real bad because they're not thinking straight. Around hour 5, Melissa started twitching, and she's just like, yo, I can't do this anymore. She's like, I can't play Pokemon Go this long. I'm going nuts. I'm going crazy. I don't think I can do this anymore. I need a nap or something. I'm so cranky.
It was so, really, it was so stressful between my issues with the Go Plus before we even started.
Oh, yeah.
Which... I don't
That's
even know
how it all started. That's how it all started. The Go Plus wouldn't connect. She was losing her shit.
And then, I think that's what got me going. And then an hour and a half worth of no shinies. And then just thinking about how easy it was to catch the shinies on Dratini Day. Oh yeah. And then being in the car and then being cold. It was just a conglomerate of terribleness for my Pokemon life. I needed to be warm. Yeah. I can't be trapped in the... I felt like I was locked in a I felt like Pikachu. I can't be in that Pokeball for too long. You gotta let me out.
No way.
Well, how many shinies did you end the day with?
4.
That's awesome, though.
No.
We went into it saying, look, we want 3.
No. Because but Dratini Day, I only played half the day because the stupid Go Plus wouldn't work. And I caught 4 or 5. And half the day. And... this time I played for hours, and I only got 4. And I think that the gods had mercy on your 2 poor souls, and they just gave them to me at the end because they didn't want you guys to have to deal with my fury.
She had the one that she got an hour and a half in. And then in the last half an hour, she caught 3 more, and thank God she did because I didn't want to feel that wrath.
I was livid.
No, I told her, I go, honey, do you need a tech timeout? I did.
When he said it to me, I was like, I think I do. I need a tech timeout and a nap.
See, I knew that I caught at least 4. I in my head, I was like, okay, I caught 5. I know I caught 5. And so then that's what I had said to Melissa is that I had caught 5, or I think that's what I caught. And then as we were walking towards the Lugia at the end of the day, I just typed in shiny. And I saw that I had 7, so I was like, "Okay, all right."
Yeah, okay.
Well, that was it was definitely hard to distinguish the shiny color, and seeing that little burst of stars that shows you that it's a shiny. We're in the sun; it's hard to see the screen. It was just very easy to miss. So
that means 2. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had one of those where. I just looked at my recents and I was like, "Oh shit! I just caught a shiny," and I didn't even know it. I didn't even use an Ultra Ball or whatever because that was my plan of attack today was to go hard on Ultra Balls because Bulbasaur, any of the starters in general are just a pain in the ass to catch. So I figured I'm just going to keep it on Ultra Ball the whole time and just use Ultra Balls to catch the Bulbasaur. That way I don't have to sweat or worry about, missing balls or having it pop out or anything because if you're in a driving scenario and you're holding on to a Pokemon that you should have caught on the first ball, and now you're 5 balls deep. In Red Bank, you just missed a row of 10 Pokestops. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's
you just missed 10 Bulbasaurs.
10 more Bulbasaurs. So it was I'm using Ultra Balls the whole time, and I think I ended the day I probably have 10 Ultra Balls right now, and I started the day with close to 100. So, but awesome freaking day. I was busting Melissa's chops as we were rolling out. I go, oh shit, look at that. I need Pokeballs. Melissa, I'm just going to do a couple laps of Red Bank and restock. She's like, no, get my ass home.
Yeah. No, Lesson learned.
We want to know how your community day went. Email us, info@luredup.com. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. However, let us know how your community day went. Share your photos with us. We want to see how it was in your area. I'm always anxious to see different communities, different styles of play, different people's perspectives on how to handle an event like this. let us know how it went for you. You know, I'm definitely interested in that, but man, what a freaking awesome day.
It was fun.
I'm exhausted, don't get me wrong.
You know what else I noticed about today? There was a lot of other uncommon spawns. Like, I got a lot of dex entries today that even the last community day it wasn't like that. So
Red Bank is known to have shitty spawns. You know, it's fantastic for restocking. There's gyms everywhere, there's stops everywhere, but it's like, all you're going to catch is Pidgeys, Venonats, you know, like the Sentret. The spawns suck. But today we were seeing kind of
Camerupt.
Yeah, there's a wild Camerupt.
Seadra.
Yeah, totally bizarre.
Electabuzz.
Yeah,
like that's a random trio.
Yeah.
And it was windy, so we were supposed to get, you know,
flying.
I guess Seadra's dragons.
I saw a Doug Duo and the Whalmers.
No, you saw Dodrio. No, you saw a Doduo. But then we saw a Doug Trio. Remember?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So there was just random stuff. Yeah. So I wonder if they, if they played with any, levels with the distribution of different Pokemon, because we definitely did see some other stuff.
Ken, didn't you say you saw an unown today?
Oh my God! I almost peed my pants.
He stopped in the middle of traffic.
I stopped in the middle.
People were leaving.
All right. Stop. So I'm driving, right? I got all these people in the car and catching Pokemon. A Butterfree spawns, right? But all I see is the flapping edge of its black wing, right? And I swore that it was an unknown, to the point that I jammed on my brakes and almost threw the car in reverse.
And I'm in the middle of trying to catch a Bulbasaur, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? There's an unknown."
And I slam on the brakes, spin my camera around, and I go, "Oh no, we're good. It's just the Butterfree." But I literally had that feeling of like
it was
that,
in his voice too.
Like I really.
You were like, "Oh my God, is it unknown?"
I'm telling you, it was like the birth of my son, the day I got married. And it's like, I thought I was going to have an unknown. You know what I mean? It was just like all these things happening at once. It was hard for me to handle. But no, it really was, I really thought I was about to catch an unknown. So that was really fun. But yeah, it was really interesting. Red Bank is a very affluent area. So you have like a mix of urban hipsters, exceptionally wealthy people, fucking Lamborghinis and Bentleys all over the town. And, hood rats, and you get like this whole mix. And, it was really funny today just seeing everyone like so confused. Like, why is everyone looking at their phone? Why are there so many wires? Like, that's what people kept asking. Like, what are the wires? Like, what are you connected to?
Yeah, some random lady came out of the restaurant and was like, "What are you guys doing?" And one of the people were like, "We're playing Pokemon." And they're like, "Oh, are the cards worth anything?" And I'm like, we're like, which one? Like, the old ones aren't worth anything. And then she like turned around and like, because she was listening to me, because I'm like, I know a little bit about cards. I was like, the old ones aren't worth really anything unless they're like PSA graded. And the other guy, like, she turns to him and he's like, I don't know.
It was just funny because it was severe culture clash, because you have like these real yuppie just. Ugh.
Yeah, is there still a market for those cards?
Yeah, she's like, is there still a market? Like she's
like, oh my son has 10 bins of them down in my basement.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They're not worth shit. I'll give you $50.
Yeah. Seriously.
No, but it was that was definitely cool. So all in all, amazing fucking day, man. It was so much fun. I'm so glad.
Then we rallied together at the end of it. Get a sweet picture.
We got a nice little group photo with a lot of the Jersey Shore Raiders. So this is we're talking about our raid group beef that we had. So at this last Lugia, we had about 35, 40 people. So as we're waiting to raid, I'm just kind of screaming like, "Hey everyone, 5:15, we're doing, group photo. Everyone's going to come," and everyone's all excited. I go, "Okay, great." So the raid finishes and I'm trying to like push everyone along to get down to the photo because we were running late. And I'm like, "Yo, you guys coming?" They're like, "No, we got to do this and that." It's like, they're not coming because they're still holding fucking grudges about people clearing their gyms out and stuff. Like, I go, they're still hung up on this. So that, it was really funny to see that, but we were able to take a nice picture at the end, and, the group it did have some kind of unification at the end, which was satisfying.
Yeah.
It was cool. And I really think Discord is helping to bring people together now that everyone's kind of coming from smaller Discords into the main one and all the different Facebook groups, and they're all unifying and, let's just all get along.
Yeah, people. I know when I was raiding earlier in the week, I was battling down a gym to take it over before the Lugia hatched, and it had maybe 2 minutes left or whatever. I battle 5 out of the 6 Pokemon. I knock them out, and another person comes rolling in, and we're both. And then I see them. They jump into the battle while I'm battling it, and it's I'm battling a Snorlax at the end. I knock it out, and then they put in a Pokemon. And then it turns into a Lugia. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like...
So there's a...
But now we're friends. Everything's good. No beef.
So there was a story in the news this week. I forget where it took place. But apparently there was a Pokemon Go-based attack where there was it's like a 51-year-old dude. He's at a gym. 3 19-year-old kids come up and clear the gym out, right? One of the screen names of the trainers was Andy something. So this old dude, and I say old, I mean, I'm 40 years old, people, so this guy's not that much older than me, gets so pissed off, gets out of his car, opens up his trunk, takes out a tire iron, and is like, which one of you is Andy?
You're kidding me.
And starts attacking the trainers with the freaking tire iron.
You're kidding me.
They choked him out. This was in the news.
That's
this was
ridiculous.
Polygon put the article out. No, it was all over the news. So this guy got so pissed that someone was taking his gyms out that he's literally attacking somebody with a freaking tire iron.
It's just a game, guys.
Nerd.
Talk about nerd rage.
They don't like you. They don't like you.
No, that was a crazy story. But no, there was none of that.
That's messed up.
No, it was totally fucked up.
There's just tons of love here.
No, it was a great vibe. It was, man.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you kept me in that car any longer playing Pokemon, I may have taken the tire iron.
I knew it would have been like Arya Stark would have slit my throat from the back seat. That would have been done for.
That would have been Khaleesi and called all my Dragonairs.
All right, so that was Community Day. Let's talk about a couple of the other things that have happened in the game over the past week. We talked about, right after we recorded last week, I recorded one of my famous bumpers at the beginning of the show to talk about stuff that we didn't get in during the recording, and they announced that shiny baby hatches were available in the game. So this is going to be Togepi, Wynot, and Magby. So those lines are now shiny. First, we saw the shinies in the network traffic, but they weren't confirmed. We were saying maybe this is going to be part of the extravaganza event. But before you knew it, people were posting up pictures on Reddit and Twitter and Instagram everywhere that these things were actually in the game. And I'm like, fucking great. There's sale boxes that are in the store, which were fantastic sales. We'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. So I stocked the hell up on incubators, right? And I mean, when I say stock up on incubators, Ken style, stupid stocking up, right? So I dropped like $50 on fucking incubators.
Did
right?
you really?
Oh man, this is gonna be a fight,
babe.
So I dropped like $50 on incubators, right? No, I bought. There were boxes. There's more than incubators in the boxes. All right, you ready for this? I hatched 56 fucking eggs today. 56. Guess how many shinies Ken got? Zero. Motherfuckers. I was like, you son of a bitch. So if you got a shiny, tag us so I can know that the internet is not like, just lying to me, because everyone that I talked to today, no one had a shiny baby. No one has seen one, saw anyone have one or anything, and everyone said they were hatching just shit tons of eggs. I didn't get shit.
Yeah, I hatched the most eggs that I've ever hatched since playing the game.
Well, that's because I bought you incubators.
You did buy
me
incubators.
I hooked it up. I hooked it up.
You did.
And I hatched about 25 and nothing.
And I didn't get one shiny.
Yeah, so I'm
And even Pokemon
X-Files.
that could have been shinies, like Poochyena, Swablu.
Yeah.
Well, I hatched 7 Swinubs in a row. 7. I go, are you kidding me? I go, are you kidding me? Really? Fucking Swinub? Like,
you know
7
why?
in a row.
Because Pokemon was just like, yo, this guy's ridiculous. Like, look at all these. You're right there.
Spilling coffee on myself.
They did that to you on purpose.
I don't know. But I'll tell you what, though. I think I have 3 or 4 uses of incubators left. I ain't buying any more fucking incubators for this extravaganza event because I'm tapped out. I'm tapping out on trying to hatch these babies because I just don't even think they exist.
I think maybe when next weekend, when we're closer to Easter, we'll see a lot more of the shiny babies coming out.
I don't know.
They might turn it up. They were like, we just want your money right now.
Yeah,
And
they
it's a
wanted
total
to
money
promote
grab right now.
it and get you excited and let you prep for it.
Yeah, like there's a 1% chance to like 1 or 2 people to share it on the internet, but
you know what? I think I'm going to
it.
go ahead and I got some coins left. If those boxes are the boxes still available right now?
Okay, so let's talk about the boxes. So they came out with the typical special, great, and ultra boxes. As per usual, the great box wasn't that special. The discount level was not as strong as the other 2 boxes. It had standard incubators in it. The middle box, the great box, had an awesome value. It was designed for people that were looking to get incubators. It didn't include berries. It didn't include balls. It was just based on incubators, some star pieces, and I think some incense. And then the ultra box had a higher number of, they added lucky eggs. So it was like lucky eggs, incense, and incubators. Then, so everyone spent their money on these boxes. And then Adam, who always talks about, look, for Community Day, you need 3 hours worth of this item, 3 hours worth of that item. On Community Day, they come out with a surprise Community Day box. And what does it include? 3 hours worth of all the consumable items in the game.
Right?
Adam
So
was
I
pissed.
was so angry because I had just, like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that, you know, like, they had these incubators, but, like, I did the medium box, and I got the small box, because I was like, well, I need 6 incense, and the medium one gives me 5, and the small one gives me 2, which doesn't make any, like, that's 7. I don't need 7, I need 6.
And then they come out with the perfect box.
And I literally, we were sitting after dinner last night, and I'm literally I just dropped my phone. I was like, are you kidding me? I just spent all my coins.
Yep.
You're legitimately kidding me right now.
Yeah, they trolled Adam hard because this is exactly what he wanted. He wanted exactly 3 hours worth of lucky eggs, exactly 3 hours worth of all the shit, and they released it after he spent all his.
So spoiler alert! Here's my next guide to the next Community Day. Don't spend any coins. Wait for their box, their quote unquote Community Day box, and then make your spending decision.
No, look, I appreciate what they did though, because the Community Day box, it came with Ultra Balls. I would normally think that this isn't a good thing, but for the casual player or the one person who doesn't spend money in the game regularly, this is going to be exactly what you need to give you a good launch pad for the event. So it was great. Like the boxes that I bought, I ended up buying a bunch of the middle boxes, which I normally buy the highest level box because typically the discount level is the greatest, but I had so many star pieces already in my inventory. I'm like, I can't buy this big box. I go, I'm going to fill up on all this bullshit that I'm never going to get through. I just want incubators. So the best value for that was in that great box in the center. So as soon as Community Day ended at 5 p.m. today Eastern, the Community Day box disappeared out of the shop along with the spawns. The remaining boxes, I think, are going to be here until April 2nd. So we still have time to buy these other boxes, but the Community Day labeled box is gone. But, it was funny, watching Adam get trolled by
Niantic was like, fooled you.
Yeah, no, and then like I think I hatched 3 Pichus today, and each they roll out of that egg, and it's literally they're like, "Hey, I'm trolling you. I could be shiny." Just kidding, not.
No, I hatched 5 Wynots, a whole bunch of Elekkids. Like I hatched this ton of babies today, but and the Magby is the Magby is similar to Bulbasaur, where the color is kind of similar. So like every time the Magbies would pop, I go, holy shit! Oh wait, no, it's not a shiny. It's just a regular.
Shiny.
Yeah, no. But no, it was man, what a freaking day! I just had an absolute awesome time.
Yeah, I'm so happy I drove down here.
Yeah, it was nice to be reunited as well.
Reunited. No, it was really good, and I'm assuming by midweek we'll know what's going to go on for.
I think tomorrow we'll know.
We'll know what's going on for April. Well, yeah, if there's
any
guesses, it's going to be Squirtle or Charmander.
I think it's Squirtle because April is rainy.
You said that last week. That makes a lot of sense. But
hold on, calling Community Day October, Ghastly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ghost type.
They already have the shiny assets, so
I guess they could do Charmander over the summer.
I want that shiny Charizard is so badass. It's one of the coolest looking shinies ever. So I'm really looking forward to that. I actually like Shiny Ivysaur. I like the big red, the big yellow,
the golden bulb,
the big golden
bulb.
Yeah, that was great. So Community Day was a hit, but no freaking shiny babies. You know, we're gonna have to figure out. You know, I'm sure GoHub or Silph Road will have some kind of community data driven thing where they'll talk about hatch rates and all that, but it's got to be stupid low because, you know,
we didn't see them.
I didn't see shit. All right, next round of EX raid passes went out. Guess who got one? This guy. Yes. So when I did the raid train last week and I did the 10 Lugias, our last raid is what triggered it. And this was a known EX raid location at the Belmar Marina right on the water. It's a gorgeous area. And I'm so excited because it happens next Friday. So apparently these EX raid passes are for the 30th and 31st. Mine is on the Friday, which I'm off of work, so I'm super ecstatic about that. It's at 1:00 in the afternoon. Now, had this been any other day of the week, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'd be at work. You know, I can only imagine a significant amount of people that are going to receive this EX pass are not going to be able to come out because they're going to be at work. Now, luckily, when I raided that last Lugia, it was with my core group. So immediately we're able to form a channel in the Discord, and before I knew it, there's 18 people with passes from our core group that are guaranteed to go.
Confirming to go?
Yes. So, you know, we're golden as far as though. I know I'm set. We could even break into, you know,
teams.
To you know, 2, maybe 3 teams because Mewtwo is such a wimp. But you heard me. You heard me. You heard me. Melissa gets mad when I talk shit about Mewtwo because it's like one of her favorites.
I like Mewtwo.
But I'm really excited for that. They confirmed that they're still using the smaller sized S2 cell to determine how many EX raids are happening. So we are seeing a higher count of EX raids. More people are getting passes. It still doesn't make sense with the raid more frequently. I have a bronze level medal in the gym that I got this EX raid pass for. So again, it's going against the convention that Niantic has told us of level up the gym, you know, all that. I haven't raided at this one many times, and here we go, and, you know, I got the pass. So that rhyme or reason is still kind of to be determined, but more people are getting passes. Talk all the shit in the world, more people are getting Mewtwo. That's really what it boils down to, and, you know, so
people should be happy.
Yes.
So shut your potholes, people.
Oh, snap.
Just go do the raids.
No, yeah, but again, more people are getting them, so, you know, that's a good thing. We're going to skip the battle party segment this week again. We've been out playing all day. We are
exhausted.
Done.
Adam has to drive
6
hours home tonight to be at work tomorrow morning. That's how hardcore he is.
You work tomorrow, dude?
Yep. All day. I work till close. So.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I can't believe that.
He's a madman.
You're insane.
So we're going to skip the battle party. Next week we'll see if we get an announcement on the next Community Day. My guess is that it's going to be Squirtle or Charmander, but maybe we'll tie some kind of connection into that with our battle party. But we'll revisit that next week. There is something very, very unique that I do want to talk about, and this came through. I actually saw it first on GoHub's Discord, where apparently there is the son of one of the mods of Pokemon GoHub was diagnosed with a terminal heart defect. Now, this is some heavy-duty stuff, right? Now, this hits home for me because I have a young son. Adam has kids. You know, obviously, Melissa and I, our son Josh. So anything that involves kids and health and anything like this is super heavy-duty. And, you know, we're emotional people here. So this stuff really hits home. So we find out that this, you know, the son of one of the mods of GoHub has this, you know, terminal heart, you know, issue, which is heavy duty enough. Listen to how fucking amazing the Pokemon Go community is of what they've accomplished and what they've done for this kid. So apparently this kid likes pandas and he likes bugs. He likes ants, right? So they create a Pokemon for him, which they call Airy Pant, which is this cute little panda looking guy, which, not for nothing, is a legit looking sprite. Like, it looks like it could pass in the game. And GoHub put together a complete guide for this made up Pokemon that they made for this kid. They talk about his typings. They talk about, his move sets and all the different moves you can get and how he would fit into the meta, how it would affect the weather. Like, they made it like he was a real Pokemon, and they have its own Dex entry and page.
And its own little shiny variant.
It's the coolest thing ever. Now, and then finally they wrapped up the article with the origin, and this is where it hits home. And I'm going to read this for you. It says, "Now I bet you're wondering what Airypant is and why a new Pokemon is on the database. Anthony, the trainer mentioned above, is a young boy, the son of one of the mods of our Pokemon Go Hub family. He was diagnosed with a terminal heart defect. This Pokemon and article are dedicated to him for hopes that in the coming years he can get the surgery he needs to overcome this. In addition to this Pokemon, the Hub mod and writer teams pooled money to buy Anthony a Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Odyssey, as well as spending different assorted goods such as candies, stuffed animals, from wherever the writers from Go Hub are around the world. We care a lot about our Hub family, and we hope you enjoy this addition to the Hub database as much as we do. Heart for the Hub." This is so amazing. It's so absolutely incredibly amazing what they've done here. I encourage everyone, visit the Hub, leave a comment, show support for Anthony. Show your support. Let him know you care. Let him know you have a voice. Let him know he has a voice.
Let him know we're supporting.
Yeah. When I see things like this, it's like, if there's ever a reason, like, look, we could talk shit all day about rallying the troops to go to a raid, or rallying the troops to use Discord, or do this or do that. If there's ever a reason to get off your ass and get motivated to do something,
this should be it.
This should be it. I'm going to put the link in the description. Please take 5-10 minutes to at least read through the article, see what the Go Hub team has done, get involved, spread some love, spread some positivity. I just thought this was the absolute most amazing thing ever, and what an amazing tribute for this kid to give him hope and to show him that so many other Pokemon trainers out here are behind him.
And backing him. And
it's just the coolest freaking thing ever. Please, everyone, take a look at it. I'll definitely put the link in there. And, just take 2 minutes to leave a comment, show a little support for Anthony. I love everything about this. It really, really hit home for me. I want to put y'all to shame by busting out my Hoenn badge real quick.
What?
So let's check in that before we wrap up today's show. So we're going to do this a little bit differently. So normally we would look at just the Hoenn badge. Adam can't get into the game because he played too much today. So
my screen's the issue.
Adam broke his screen on his iPhone and got it replaced. And it's been
not working,
acting up.
I've had to restart my phone all throughout the day because it says that I'm holding the ball in the middle of the screen and I'm not touching it at all. And then I'll grab the ball, bring it back down. I'll try to do a curve, and I missed 4 out of the 6 Lugias. And I will say that at least 3 balls from each Lugia just I touched them and they just dropped. Yeah.
First world problems.
Right? Tell me about it. And I just got my screen fixed, so it's gonna go back and they're gonna
refix it.
Break it and fix it again, punk.
So you can't log in?
No. It's just getting there, but I can't touch the screen either.
All right, so instead of looking at just the Hoenn badge, we're actually going to take a little bit more of a global look and just look into our Pokedex to see where we're at across the generations and with Pokemon counts in general. So, for me, I've caught 354 Pokemon. I've seen 365. I've seen every single Pokemon in the game. I came across a Tropius in a gym the other day. So every single Pokemon that's available in the game, I have in my decks, but I've only caught 354. 148 in Kanto, 95 in Johto, and I'm up to 111 in Hoenn.
111? Oh my god.
See, I'm right there with Kanto, 148, and then Johto, same, 95, and then Hoenn, I have 101.
All right, you're up to triple digits.
But I still haven't evolved into Wailord or Metang, Metagross, Shelgon, Salamence, Laleep's evolution, and Anorith's evolutions. There's 5, 6, there's 7 right there.
Yeah. Some of those are what I need too. I still need to evolve Laleep. I still need Metang, Metagross, Wailord, and the regionals. The only non-regional that I need outside of that is just going to be unown, which Again, I almost caused a rear end collision today.
I'm nowhere near that.
Well, you're a filthy casual.
I'm only at 79 in my Hoenn, but I've got 148 in Kanto and 95 in...
Oh, okay. So we've pretty much filled out the decks.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm excited because we're going to Disney. I've talked about this before. We're going to Disney in the fall, so we'll be able to pick up...
You just got to split that time,
Of course,
son.
so split that time.
Split that time.
What?
What the what?
What? No.
Until we get a Corsola. That's the
No, because if I get one 2 minutes in, I'm still playing the whole time I'm there. You got don't look at me like that.
The eye, if you guys could
She's
see
giving me the
beams.
evil eye. Eyeball beams shooting out, laser beams.
Lasers.
Burning my flesh.
When you're in Disney, you do Disney.
I do Disney, and part of Disney is Pokemon for me.
Part.
Right. The part where I walk around and play the game the whole fucking time.
I fucking hate you so much.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm talking? Me and Adam just had this conversation.
Ken had gone to grab us all coffee, and while he was out grabbing us coffee, Melissa and I were just discussing...
Just having this conversation.
Talking shit. You guys talking shit. I leave to go get... First of all, let me pat myself on the back. I make these motherfuckers dinner, and I mean...
And breakfast.
And breakfast.
You got breakfast and dinner from my husband. And I've been married
Wait
to
a
him
second.
for 20 years.
I made breakfast.
That's the first time ever that I've gotten dinner.
I made breakfast. I bought lunch. And I made dinner. And when I say I made dinner...
God damn you, Pokemon.
I made a real deal dinner. This was legit.
There was multiple...
I had salads. I marinated tofu. I made fucking, fancy. I made Korean coleslaw.
That was
with
fantastic.
Shit, roasted vegetable. Like, I hooked it up.
I'm bitter.
You better be bitter.
I was delicious, but I'm mad that he did it for Adam.
Sweet potatoes. I put a little cinnamon. I roasted broccoli. I hooked it up.
Man.
But anyway, I leave, and this is the thanks I get them talking shit about me when I go. And I'm like, let me go get you guys some coffee before we record. It's like, this is what I get. So what were you talking about? Disney? Tell me now. Tell me.
I was talking about how I almost divorced you for playing Pokemon Go.
Well, I was talking about how it came up was I was talking about how the time I was in Storyland with the kids and I had on my phone because there's gyms everywhere.
And your significant other got pissed off because you were playing the fucking game and not playing
family
time. And I said the same thing. Well, I almost divorced Ken because it was like our first time at Disney and this mofo is 25 people behind us fucking battling gyms down and taking gyms down. And I'm online for the little fucking mermaid waiting to go and look around.
First of all, it was the second time we were at Disney. All right, we go to Disney every other year. It was the second time we were at Disney. I'm saying this year, now the stops.
We have compromised.
Look. When last time we went, you didn't get credit for spinning the stop for the first time, with the halo around it. So they're all going to be fresh stops when we go back.
Okay, so Lucky Egg Pokeplus?
But you're not playing the whole fucking time.
I'm going to be on...
You need to help record the family memories. Because that was my other... Well, then
strap a GoPro to my head.
Why I was mad.
She's screaming, people. She's getting animated.
That was the other reason why I was mad. Because he was using his phone to play the game the whole time, which left me not able to play the game. Because I had to document...
phones.
Then for Mother's Day, he bought me a GoPro. He bought me a GoPro. So last year when we went, it was fine. I had the GoPro.
She had the chest cam.
I had made my own little
she had like a book bag harness.
So it was right next to my
so we had first person Disney experience last time. But no, I cannot wait to go back so I can get these regionals. But
it'll be, and now that I'm a little bit more into the game and I won't hate on you so much, so it won't be so bad.
Melissa's starting to do gyms because she, like the other day, she goes, holy shit, I have coins. I was like, you see what happens when you play the game and you put people in gyms?
Well, you know why? Because I actually started doing the thing that you said, which was putting like my lowest CP guys in the gyms that I know don't get hit up that often, so I can get maximum coins, and then I don't have to worry about
reviving. I totally broke the gym model because I haven't put a good Pokemon in the gym in a long time, and I understand that that's a little bit counterproductive to defending gyms and everything. But in this area, the turnover is so stupidly fast that whether you put, a 3,000 plus CP Blissey or a 10 CP Caterpie in there, it's going to be in there the same amount of time.
Hey, that's what made the difference in those last... we were waiting for Lugia to hatch.
That's right.
And that my Blissey, my 100% Blissey, all fully powered up, was the reason we held that gym. I saw it being taken
Adam's
down.
dropping golden raspberries. I'm like,
these guys are going to be
Really
so
taking
mad.
it from me.
so funny. But that is pretty much going to wrap up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit different format. I hope the audio quality is okay because we're all shouting and at my dinner table right now. But
this is we all got amped up.
I know, we get all
Yeah.
fired up. I'm looking at the waveforms and it's like clipped the whole time and just screaming and shit. But no, hopefully through the power of editing, I'll be able to tone this down a bit. But thank you guys so much for checking everything out. Check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for everything that we're doing. LuredUp.com is still coming. Email us, info@luredup.com. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
Interwebs,
Snapchat,
Internet, Stephen Hawking.
Rip Stephen Hawking.
No, I love him. I was terrible. I'm sorry.
So mean.
It was the internet coming out. It's late. There's too much Pokemon.
Too much Pokemon today?
Too much coffee.
Yeah, that too. But thanks so much for checking everything out. I hope everyone had a great community day. Like I said before, share your experiences with us. We want to know.
You can find me personally at PhoenixBack4Fire on Twitter.
I'm Proud Gamer Tweet. I don't even check that shit anymore.
It's really hard.
It's hard to have all these accounts.
Because you guys are all talking to us on Gotta Watch 'Em All.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And it's I don't update on my Twitter. I don't update on my personal Instagram.
That's
like
why
that.
I keep it real. You can't find me, bro. You can find me right here.
You want to connect with Melissa? You got to have her phone number. You call.
You got to text me.
Call her. Write her a letter. So funny. But that's going to wrap everything up. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.
And hopefully next week we'll know what's going on for the next community day.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
I'm saying Squirtle.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, for the next week.
Yo, fuck a shiny Squirtle. Give me a Squirtle with sunglasses on. I want
Oh
Squirtle
my
squad.
God.
I want
Yes.
Squirtle squad.
Exclusive
Yes,
with
the
Squirtles.
pimp,
Oh
like
my
the
god.
pimp. Oh my god, that would be so
Okay,
great.
Niantic,
The
take this.
MLG.
Make this a thing. Say hashtag Squirtle Squad Pokemon Community.
That would be so
Something
dope.
like that. It's just hashtag Squirtle Squad, tag Pokemon Go, tag Niantic. Do it. Do it!
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Fantastic.
Do it.
All right, everyone. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.